and he starts waving his arms to him, trying to get me to pull over to talk to him. He's like doing this, like trying to get me to pull off the side of the road. And I go, no!
You're like, I'm actively driving a car. It's impossible to do
I
that right
know.
now.
Hey guys.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to Like the Queens.
Hello. Welcome back. I was just informed that I'm going to be hearing some exciting things, and I can't wait.
Absolutely. There has been so much drama this past week over boys.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Let me
And I've
start
only
with
received one text, so this is crazy. I can't wait to hear the rest of them.
Yeah, I'm kind of contemplating on what to do about that because he posted those pictures on his Bumble because he like reactivated his Bumble account and he popped up on my like people like to
Yeah.
swipe on again, and I was like, why does he look even more yummy?
It was cute. I
Okay,
will
okay.
admit. I will admit.
We will get there though. First, I have to
Okay.
tell you about me being a little devious and how this played out. Okay.
Okay. Great.
Um, Waiter boy.
Yes.
So he works at my favorite restaurant in my town, and I have not gone back to my favorite restaurant since the night I met him. And so it's been a month since we've ended things, or I should say, he ended things with me. I didn't want to
True.
end. I was very much in this relationship.
Hmm.
And I was like, I'm going to go to the restaurant, and he works all day, every day, 5
Yeah.
days a week. So I knew he was going to be there. My mom's like, you make the reservations, you do all this. So I like made the reservations online. I guess that was my mistake for putting my name in there. But I didn't think it would be a big deal because I thought we were on good terms, like considering the fact he begged me to stay in his life.
Yeah.
Like you would think that means he would be like okay with seeing me. I
Correct.
wished him happy. I wished him happy birthday. I still offered for him to spend Easter with me. Like good terms, you know?
Yeah.
I get there Friday night, and let me tell you, I bought a new dress as well for this event, but I also bought it with like my store dollars because I get like
Yeah. Yeah.
money for
Yeah.
where I work. So I bought this fancy dress. It's originally $118. Okay. And it's cute and it
Okay.
shows off some skin. I came home from work that day. I curled my hair. I put on my heels. I looked like a 13 out of 10. Okay. I went all out for this
Absolutely.
moment
Yeah.
to show him what he's been missing. Not trying to win him back. He's never going to get me back unless he goes through like some serious,
True.
therapy and help.
Yeah.
But no, not trying to win him back, trying to show him what he lost.
Hmm.
I walk into the restaurant. He's nowhere to be seen. I
Interesting.
we get seated at a table and the manager starts waiting on us. Not a waiter, a manager. And
Okay.
I'm like, this is really weird. Like, why is a waiter not taking care of us? And so
Right.
I said something after like she took our appetizers and drinks and all. I was like, this is a really weird question. But I was like, does Chris still work here? I just said his name, whatever. I don't even care. And she was like, oh yeah, we have four. Like, which one are you talking about? And I said his name. And she goes, oh my gosh, I love him so much. He's the greatest, going on and on about how he's the best guy, how he's the most reliable for them to work on. And I'm like, that's great. Like,
For
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
yeah, he's a great guy. And then she goes, how do you know him? And I said, oh, we're friends. I left it at that.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything else. She didn't ask for my name. She didn't, nothing. She goes, I'll tell him you said hey. And I was like, and then she continued to tell me how he wasn't feeling well and left work today. You know what it is? He saw my name on the reservation list, said he was going to leave, not be there, because she acted like at first she didn't know who I was, but then she continued to tell me that she would tell him I said hey and never once asked for my
Like she
name.
didn't even know who she was. That is the most immature thing I've actually ever heard.
I know. He
Like, how
left.
childish do you have to be to leave your place of employment? That's how you're making money, because you don't want to see a person to do a job. He didn't even have to like talk to you if he didn't want to.
No.
He just had to simply do his job, take your order, and leave.
And if he didn't want to wait on me, he could have had
Just
someone
like
else do
simply
it.
not do that.
Yeah, he could have simply just asked
Yeah.
to change tables with someone.
Oh my gosh.
He
I
called out
can't believe this
sick
man is almost 30 years old.
and he acted like that. So there's more to this story. And I
Oh,
was like, okay. He called out of work because he didn't want to see me like this is actually very childish. And
yeah.
so, and like she told me like how he was there that day and he left early because he wasn't feeling well. And so I messaged him and I said, hey, I went to the foundry tonight and they told me you weren't feeling well. I wanted to check in and see how you're doing. I'm sorry I missed
Mhm.
seeing you tonight. Totally just like wanting to see like where this lie goes, you know?
Yeah. What
And
did you do with it?
he goes,
For?
oh wow, how was it? Who did you talk to that said I wasn't feeling well? I'm curious who was working tonight, LOL. He goes, yeah, I got a stomach bug or something, but besides that, I'm good. How are you? And I said, it was really good. It always is, LOL. I forgot what her name was, but she wasn't wearing the typical waiter uniform. I'm guessing she's the manager. Have you tried drinking any Coke or Sprite and crackers? I said, I'm doing good. I've been crazy busy. He goes,
Yeah.
oh shit, that is my manager. LOL. What did you say to her? And yeah, I did. I pretty much could only eat crackers today. It sucked. LOL. Did you have the show in Cornelius? And I just told him that the show was good. Too much drama to text.
Yeah.
I said, well, I was surprised you weren't there. So I asked her if you still worked at the place. And she said, yeah, I went on about how great you are. Then she asked me how I knew you. And I just told her that we're friends. She didn't ask anything else. And I just told him I was on a little break. And then he asked what I was doing, and I told him
Yeah.
about my jobs. And he goes, "That's awesome, good for you. I'm doing well. I've been able to get some more personal clients from the gym jobs. That has been really cool." And I said, "Thanks. It's exciting and overwhelming." I said, "That's great. That's exactly what you wanted." And that's the end of the conversation. Okay, but I am
Okay.
just so he had his manager lie to me about him leaving early. And then he continues to tell me that he's only been able to eat crackers all day, not like he hasn't been at work working
Right.
up
That
until
was
that.
my first thing, is like his first text when he was like, I was curious to see who was working today. Like, weren't you there? Don't you know who was working today?
Yeah, because you were there, you left early, and you're telling
Also,
me
he has
like
a schedule. So
yeah.
they can also just look at that. But anyway,
That too. I didn't even think about that. Like he knows who he's gonna be working
like
with.
you guys have a schedule, but go off. Um,
All
that
the
is so
lies.
childish
I know. I know. And
and
it just
immature.
yeah, and it also shows just like how immature and narcissistic he is that he can't even face me. Like he's the one who ended it with me. Why is he the one running away?
Yeah.
Can you answer that question? Why is he running from me?
This one was truly on him.
Do you like because of his behavior like that? It makes me wonder, does he regret it? Is he mad that I didn't want to stay in his life if I couldn't be his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like
That
what
is,
is
yeah.
what
That's
is it?
one side of it. Like, does he regret it? Does he think if he sees you, he's gonna like fall in love with you again?
I mean, yeah, who isn't?
Yeah, I understand.
I think I'm kind of a catch.
Me too. I don't know. I can't believe I literally cannot believe that people are like that. I was having this conversation, just not in like this situation, but just like, when you see somebody that you don't like, you both know that you're not fond of each other, but like you have to be an adult sometimes and just like you have no choice but to interact with them. And that's called being mature. That's just that's called getting, you guys both know you don't like each other, but have a short and sweet conversation.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's that I don't get it.
Yeah, I totally would have spoke to him.
Yeah.
Being an adult, I would have spoke to him, be like, hey, like, how are you? Like, no hard feelings about it all. Because like he was, I don't know, he wasn't like the best about the way he went about it. He kind of led me on for a month
Yeah.
and told me he felt the same way. And then he's like, actually, I don't. And I'm really surprised you didn't
Yeah.
know that.
You're
But
like, me too.
yeah. Yeah, I'm really surprised I didn't know this either, based off of the fact you've told me you felt the same way about me for all these months. Oh,
Also,
but
if he's so willing to like text you too, like you texted him and he responded
yeah, and he was
and
asking
have
me
a conversation
questions.
with you.
Yeah,
Yeah. So why can't you do that in person?
I truly
What's the
don't know.
big deal about doing that in person? I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
And if he didn't want to talk to you, he probably would have gotten out of conversation if he would have just stayed at work. Because you can't have a full on conversation while you're working.
No, it's not like he would have been forced to stand there with me the whole time.
Correct.
And I'm gonna go back to the restaurant. Like I said, it's my favorite
Right.
restaurant.
Right.
And I'm not gonna stop going just because he's there.
Yeah.
I'm really
you shouldn't,
mature. I'm a very mature person. And the fact that I can still be like on good terms with my ex who told me he liked another girl after we were together for 3 years and me not
Yeah.
have any hard feelings for him, that just shows like I'm a mature person and can like
Correct.
move on and carry myself.
Yeah.
And I thought he could do the same, you know, like he would be fine with us seeing each other, fine with us talking every now and then.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah. What was
You're
the point of
28 years
this?
old.
Yeah.
28 years old.
Oh,
And what
not
was the
28
point?
anymore.
That's
He's
the
29.
thing. 29 years old.
Mhm.
And you gave him like a month of your life. And just like, what's the point? Why are you wasting my time?
No, I didn't give him a month of my life. I gave him 3 months of my life.
Yeah,
I
months of your life. But
I sorry that you said month.
no, you're good.
And I gave him a month of me waiting for him and
Yeah.
telling him how much I cared about him and how I wanted to be with him. And I was willing to wait until he got like through like therapy, through his issues, and that I was there supporting him through it all. And that even that like I respected and understood where he was coming from, that he couldn't be in a relationship
Yeah.
until he was strong enough, but I was willing to be there. And he knew that. And he thought I just wanted to be his friend.
The lies. He's lying.
I know.
He's lying. What's the point of lying?
I think he's lying about him just liking me as a friend.
Yeah, I think he is too. And I don't know what the point of that is.
Me either. But I'm not dealing with
Yeah, the
it.
thing is you're done now and you can't go back.
Yeah. Like what
He's
happened
shown you,
between
like,
yeah.
how he acts.
He showed me his true colors. And as sad and as much as it like makes me sad that he did, because I still miss him a lot. Like I know that that's not a person I can be with. Like that's a person who needs to work through their issues before he ever has a relationship.
Period. I agree.
Period. Thank you. But we need to tell we need to tell the listeners about the guy who I was texting you about.
Okay. Yes.
So the detective, y'all.
Another reoccurring character, evidently.
Yeah. Well, he's tried messaging me multiple times, like in the past few months, about wanting to see me again.
Yeah.
And I haven't been like about it because he he did abandon me when my grandfather died and was dying. He completely ghosted me during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And told me how he forgot to check on me after he was giving me space in quotes. He was giving me space.
Okay.
Yeah. And my mom's like, maybe you should give him another chance, blah, blah, blah. And I've been like, no. And then he pops up on my Bumble again and he has updated pictures and he looks so good.
And you know what, guys? I can attest to that because I also saw these pictures and I was like, did you match with this guy?
I've done more than match with this guy.
I never saw him the first time and I was like, he looks really tall.
Yeah, he's tall. He's like not really tall. He's like 5'11", 6 foot, something like that. Taller than most men. Yeah, taller than most men.
Yeah.
And he's very good looking. And I'm trying not to let that like make me like crawl back to him. Sorry, y'all. The talking robot came back on my iPad. And whenever she does that, I'm not going to say her name in case she pops up, but whenever she does that, she turns everything off and it's very frustrating. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah. So he's very cute and he love bombed me a lot. Like told me all these sweet things and how I was the kind of girl he brings home to meet mom, blah, blah, blah. And so he never like lived up to his promises. And so I don't really like trust him going into something again. And also the fact that like on our second date, he couldn't keep his hands off of me as soon as we saw each other.
Yeah.
And like our first date, we could like he didn't even kiss me goodnight. And then on our second date, we weren't even inside the building before he was kissing me.
Yeah.
I
agree with that. That's quite a shift.
Yeah, it's a big shift. And like some people I understand like are very physical and like that's their and that's their love language. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it's just something we'd have to like address. I don't know. Will I reach out to him? I don't know. I think he's super cute. And especially in that suit picture, he looks scrumptious. What do you think?
Do you think he's seen you on Tinder or wherever?
It was Bumble. I don't know, because it said like he was new here, so he popped up on my feed. I don't know if he's seen me, but I swiped left.
Okay.
I have his number and a Snapchat, so if I could just text him.
That's true. I personally wouldn't. Like, I would wait to see if he reaches out to you again.
For a third time?
Make him wait. I don't know. I wouldn't. Like, you had your fun, and he just wasn't good. He wasn't good about anything. He proved not to be right in only one department. And that department is simply not that important. You know?
Not when it comes to having a relationship.
Yeah.
I hope no one I know listens to this. Yeah, he's great.
His arms, guys, he's got big muscles.
Oh my God, I made an inappropriate joke at dinner the other night.
Yeah.
My mom was showing me a picture of this girl I know and her boyfriend, and this girl is like absolutely beautiful, and her boyfriend is just like, oh my goodness. And it was their prom pictures. And my mama looks at me and she goes, maybe he has a big heart. And I said, he has a big something. And my mom went like this and smacked her face, and my dad went like dying laughing, crumpled over. Everyone was like dead, but
amazing.
Like not wanting to look at me over that came out of my mouth. And my dad like seemed to laugh at it the most. I was like trying to get a fist bump out of him, and he goes,
not today, Liz, not today.
He's like, you don't get that tonight.
I would have fist bumped you if I was there. Thank you.
Thank you. I guess people like understand what we're putting down. They're picking it up.
Yeah. You guys know. Come on.
Come on. But I don't know if you watched my Snapchat or Instagram story today. Did you?
I saw your TikTok. Is that what you're
the story
referencing? Yes, about the guy.
Yes.
About the light.
I'm going to tell it to you now so our podcast listeners can hear it. I was hoping you wouldn't. I should have texted you and been like, don't look at anything. Daisy, don't. Daisy's in bed with me. My mom's out of town, and so I'm the mother now of everything and everyone.
As it goes.
Yep. So she's, hey, I love you too. I love you too. So I had just left work. I literally just got off the phone with my dad, and we were meeting for dinner, and I was at this traffic light that's like on the way to Denver. Cornelius is this way, Huntersville, and where I work is that way, like the busiest traffic light in the area. Okay. And this cute guy is walking by like on the sidewalk, and he's looking at me, and I'm like, I did a double take. I'm like, is he looking at me? And I'm like, yeah, he's looking at me. So I was looking at him back. And he goes and waves at me, and I go, and waving
Hey.
at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really funny. And I was like, okay, like whatever. And then while I'm still sitting at the light, he starts taking his shirt off and walking across the road and like flashing his abs
Yes.
everywhere. And like he did, he had a nice body.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just going, like, is this really happening right now?
Yeah.
And the light turns green and I slowly start driving forward. And he starts waving his arms to him, trying to get me to pull over to talk to him. He's like doing this, like trying to get me to pull off the side of the road. And I go, no.
You're like, I'm actively driving a car. It's impossible to do that
I
right
know.
now.
I'm like, I'm not doing that. And number two, we talked about like how attractive Ted Bundy was and how we would have gotten in the car with Ted Bundy. He
Yeah.
could have been a Ted Bundy.
It's
He
true.
was taking his clothes off. What if he was like getting ready to rape me or something?
He's like even worse than Ted Bundy because he's giving like frat boy behavior.
Yeah.
And if there's anything I don't like more, freaking frat boy, dude.
Frat boys.
They're gross. If there's any frat boys listening, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. He was definitely giving
No
frat boy
chance.
behavior. But I was also like wondering if he was in high school doing that kind of behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of grown man does that? And then I wasn't trying to get arrested, you know?
That's true. Also, like that was his tactic. He's like, this is how I'm gonna get her.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe that would have worked at a pool party. Not on the side of the road.
Not on the side of the road. Oh my gosh. My dad goes, he was literally strutting like a peacock for you. And I said, yeah, he was.
Oh my gosh. That's wild. But honestly, like I wouldn't put it past some men. And and here we are.
But I was also like, did I just have like my It Girl like movie moment of like something like this happening to me?
What if you see him again? That'll be the telltale sign.
Yeah, if I see him again, I'm definitely gonna pull over. Put
your shirt back on.
What are you doing with that shirt off? You called me over like that?
Oh my gosh.
I know. And then lastly, I got to tell you just about this. I haven't even spoke to him. I know nothing about this guy.
Okay.
So where I work, there's a Lululemon right next to me, and I call them the Lululemon boys because all the guys that work there are really attractive.
Okay. Yep.
And one day during my lunch break, I was like, I'm going to go next door and just look at the Lululemon boys.
Okay. How'd you do?
And I did. And like one of the full-time guys like introduced himself to me. Like I don't think he's cute. He's a really nice guy, like super friendly. And he was like, I love your manager, talking about my manager, how much he likes her. And I'm like, yeah, she's great. I love her. But one of the guys who was working there, he looks like Pete Davidson.
Okay. I am familiar with
you know who? Yeah, Kim Kardashian's man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like him in the face, but he's really tall and doesn't look like he's sickly, you know?
Love that.
So he's like he looks like Pete Davidson, but healthy.
Okay, I'm getting the picture.
So he's kind of really cute.
Yeah.
And I want to talk to him.
Oh, and you haven't talked to him?
No, I want to. Their store is always really busy, and I saw him one night while I was leaving with one of my coworkers, and I'm like, Abby, that's Pete Davidson. That's the Pete Davidson boy. And she was like, oh my gosh, he is actually really cute. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, should I go talk to him? And she's like, not right now because there's so many people. Which, like, yeah, I agreed. I shouldn't right now because there was like a line of people like checking out the store. But I really
trying to figure out what time he like gets off, and then be like, I have to leave at this time today.
Well, talking to their manager, they do store inventory sometimes until like 11 o'clock at night. So it just depends what his shift is.
Okay.
I can't hang out there till 11 o'clock.
No, that's not feasible.
No, but I gotta figure it out. If he's like opening one morning while I'm opening, then maybe
Yeah.
I'll like knock on the door and be like, hey,
Yeah. I think that's a good plan.
you think that's what I should do? Abby was like, I should look
Yeah.
up something like online and walk in their store and be like, do you have blah, blah, blah? But like, I'm not trying to spend $100 on leggings.
No. No. Not Lululemon leggings.
No,
We don't have that money.
no,
Yeah. I would just try and find a lull in the day or hope he's opening with you next door.
I'll do that. Yeah, he literally works right next door to me. We are 2
Yeah.
away from each other.
That's what I would do. Like, hey,
Hey, it's me.
I want to talk to you.
Hey, open the door.
Let me in.
I'm not a customer for the store. I'm a customer for you.
Hey, there you go. That's your opening line. And he has to say yes to that.
I need to see if he has like a wedding ring. And also, he could have a girlfriend. He works with pretty girls, and pretty girls shop in that store. Any girl who wears Lululemon has their life together.
For the most part, yeah. I'll agree with that statement. Oh my goodness. Well, it doesn't hurt to try. You never know.
Yeah, I'll definitely try. I'll keep you updated. But
Perfect.
tomorrow I'm going to a singles mixer event in Charlotte.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
That is exciting.
I'm really excited about it.
Please let me know how that goes.
Of course I will. I'm going. Well, I know my friend Jen is definitely going. There's like a group
Okay.
of girls I'm going to chat with. So I'll like meet them there. But I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting.
I have a feeling there's going to be like 20 girls for every one guy, but like whatever.
That is life. But that's also so fun because you'll meet so many people.
Yeah, and they're definitely all single.
That's the good part about it.
That's the great part.
You don't have to worry about getting in the middle of anything.
No, I hope no one is like would go that's in the middle of something.
That would be awkward.
Yeah.
That would be not good.
Well, Victoria, do you have anything to add about your week? I've just been like ranting about all this stuff.
I wish that I did have stuff to add about my week. I've just been touring, doing my little sing-songy acting thing that I do. No, I like genuinely don't have a single update. Sorry, guys. I know last week I was like, we're going to update you, but unfortunately that did not happen. Not simply. We had no choice. We ran into some technical difficulties this week.
Yeah, they're having personal problems.
Yeah. And it happens. And that's life.
Hard.
So we'll update you as it happens. I did buy some crystals. I'll show the camera.
Are you a crystal girl now?
I'm becoming a crystal girl. This one is stunning. And then I bought this one.
You are killing me. You are a whole new person. You're a crystal gal.
I am a crystal gal. I'm obsessed with them. And I do think that they are changing my life.
Really?
Yeah. This gold one, solving all my problems. Solving all my problems.
What does it do? Like what's the importance of it?
It's called a gold stone, and it's known because it's like happy thoughts. So it's just, I'm a very positive person. That's why I was drawn to it.
Yeah.
And it just like, it encourages your faith and boosts creativity and keeps your mind positive. It also is supposedly helps with joint pain. My knees still hurt, but it is keeping me positive. So
yeah, we'll see what happens.
And I'm like, is the crystal doing that? I don't know, but I'm gonna blame it on the crystal.
Yeah, blame it on the crystal. Keep it up.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Yeah, I'm definitely becoming crystal girl. I went to a witch festival this weekend. That's something to add. And I was expecting when I say witch festival, I was expecting to go and like people were gonna be doing spells and stuff. And that's not what was happening. It was just like witches. I'm not gonna put quotations around it because that's what they identify as. They were witches.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of crystal tents, and then there were like tarot card readings and like
Did you do that?
No, I wanted to do one, but there was like a line of 7 people, and I was like, I can't possibly wait that long. And
No,
I
I
didn't.
really want to do something like that. And I also want to go see a sidekick still.
Yeah, I want to get my tarot cards read. I was like, I want to know what's happening. I want to know what's to come for me.
Yeah.
And they were only like $5. I was like, dude, what the heck? I'll do that. But
Yeah.
had to wait.
That's awesome.
But it was still fun.
Apparently there's a sidekick that my manager that they brought to Burkdale one time, like the area where I work. And my manager like did it with her. She doesn't believe in any of that, but like pretty much everything that woman has said to her has come true.
Yeah. I like don't believe in it. At least that's what I said, but now I'm becoming a crystal girl, and I walk into a crystal shop and they're like, this is going to do this for you. And I'm like, okay, I'll buy it.
That's so cool though.
I
think that's really cool.
Yeah. Me too. That was my week, a witch festival and crystals.
It's really fun. I'm jealous. I want to go to a witch festival.
Only in Syracuse.
That's really cool though. There's a hippie fest going on an hour and a half from here, but I'm working every day.
We have to do adult things.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, I think that sums up my week. What about your week?
I think that's everything. I think we covered all the bases.
Yeah, I'll keep you updated on my singles mixer and if I talk to Pete Davidson this week.
Please. Those are 2 very exciting things that are in the mix for you.
Thank you. I'll keep you updated.
Oh my goodness. Perfect.
Great.
Perfect.
Like, rate, review, subscribe.
All the things.
Yep. I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Victoria.
Like the queens.